Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's matchup against the Northside Grizzlies and your Southside Mavericks. Here's the starting five for the Northside Grizzlies. Number 1, Derek Shepard. Number 3, Cameo Shepard. Number 4, Sherrod Gilliard. Number 24, Alex Flint. Number 33, Jack Scott. And now, the starting five for your Southside Mavericks. Number 1, Tristan Evans. Number 2, Drew Hunter. Number 22, Jackson Owens. Number 23, Jaden Webb. And number 24, Derek Lacey.
Coach, just about ready to start the boys basketball game tonight as both teams are being introduced here, and it should be a good ball game. Talking to Coach Miles before the game. Thinks if the Mavs can make their shots tonight, that'll be a key for them to pull out a victory here over the Bears.
If we can get Drew Hunter off, and he's really a good shooter, and we can get him and get Jaden Webb out active, and D. Lacey, get him going, and I think we do. I think we've got a good chance to have a good night.
It's been a lot of fun tonight, Coach, getting out here, getting to see the future of Northside and Southside basketball. The Mavs will control the tip. It'll be Tristan Evans with the ball. Swings it around on top. Mavs moving the ball around. Northside working out of a 2-1-2 zone defense.
Mavs doing a pretty good job moving the ball around.
Coach, I've noticed this
good
too.
Pass inside there.
Good pass inside. They'll get the shot off. That's Jaden Webb. It's going to be no good. Notice we don't have a shot clock tonight.
Well, we had some technical difficulty.
There's a nice give and go pass down low. Good job there by Northside getting the ball down to Sherrod Gilliard, who feeds Derek Shepard. Actually, that's Cameo Shepard for the shot. He'll get fouled when the play goes up to 2 shots now. And Coach, one thing I did notice that really neither team just is going to blow you away with the height or anything, so it's going to be an evenly matched game, kind of like what we saw in the girls' game against Springdale the other night. Had a good matchup.
Yeah, it should be pretty fast-paced. Like you said, not a lot of height on either team, but some athleticism and guys that can get it up and down the floor. And talking with Coach Lucas today, we were talking about, we've got to do a good job of making sure that we don't turn the ball over, and we get our shots, and when we get them, we can knock them down.
Here's a three-point shot on the way by Hunter. It's off and no good. Evans fights the rebound, still on the floor, going to be picked up by Jack Scott. They're going to push the ball down, get the ball down inside. Northside doing a good job early, Coach, of feeding that low post.
Yeah, they've done a good job right there of getting the ball down inside and attacking the rim, just not being able to finish.
There's a nice move by Webb to the basket. Shots off and no good. Grizzlies going to push the ball up.
Jaden's a pretty physical kid down inside here. He'll bang around with you pretty good.
Going to call a reaching foul. I believe that's going to be on Derek Lacey. He'll be
Number 24, Derek Lacey, his first personal foul. Second team foul.
That'll be the second team foul on the Mavs.
You were talking earlier about having the freshmen here at the high school, and one of the things that was we were able to do today, we had an all-school pep rally for the ninth graders, girls and boys basketball team. We had seniors and juniors and sophomores, so everybody's bought into this, having the 9th graders here, and it's really been fun to watch how even the older kids are excited. And like I said, we have how many times does 9th graders get to have their own pep rally at the high school?
Yeah, and I always laugh at you talk about 9th grade. I know when they first did this, those kids that were going to be the 9th graders are going to be the big dogs at school. Now they're the little people again.
Oh,
as
yeah.
the 9th graders. So. And I guess they've got 6 through 8 that's Chaffin and Ramsey now. So
they do, and so they got 7th and 8th graders both being competitive in sports, and then I think if I'm not mistaken, for the 6th graders they're doing quite a few different things there through the PEs athletically.
The good thing about the 6th grade too, Coach, is you've still got a lot of the boys club activities that the kids can do sports there too. So
right,
you get that too. But
there's plenty of opportunity in the city of Fort Smith. If you want to play a sport, there's plenty of opportunity.
On the previous Northside possession, there was a 3-point basketball Alex Flake, and now a shot going up here. That's Derek Shepard. I believe they're going to call a foul. I believe it's going to be on Tristan Evans. It'll be the 3rd team foul on the Mavs. As still early in the ball game, almost 3 minutes gone. Southside trails 4-zip. Shepard to go to the line for 2 free throws. First one's on the way, and it's good. Second one's off the back of the rim. Evans chases down the rebound for the Mavs. Well, Tristan Evans doing a good job of running the team, playing within control and taking care of the basketball.
Yeah, he's getting down and getting the offense set up and
here's a nice
controlling the tempo.
Nice speed down low for Jackson Owens. Gets the ball down to Jaden Webb, who's fouled on the play. Will go to the line for 2 shots.
Jaden Webb at the line.
First free throw on the way, and it's no good.
Did we forget to take the saran wrap off the rim?
It kind of appears that way, because there's a second one that, again, hits the back of the rim, no good. Northside wants to push it up here. Again, they lead early here, 5-zip. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here's a nice drive by Shepard, goes up for the shot on the runner, it's no good, and Northside gets the rebound. Now here's a 3 by Cameo Shepard on the way, no good. Jackson Owens gets the rebound for the Mavs.
Good job offensively and defensively right there as far as the the execution. They got a couple good shots, but they weren't able to knock them down. But defensively, we were contesting everything.
There was a nice look by Jackson Owens, goes off the rim, no good. Coach, you can't fault that, though. He had a good look at the 3, set his feet, everything happened except the ball going down. I'm kind of wondering if we need to go check that rim. It may be like when you go to the fair sometimes and they let you play basketball there, they may have shrunk the goal just a little bit.
Yeah, we've got to figure out a way to get it to go through the hoop.
Yeah, the Mavs doing a good job.
In the net.
Yeah, the Mavs doing a good job offensively, moving the ball around, getting the looks. Here's a shot on the way, and it's good. That is Derek Shepard. Now has 3 points.
Derek Shepard does a good job right there of moving the ball and getting the shot.
They go back inside. Here's a shot on the way by Webb. It's off and no good. Sherrod Gilliard pulls down the rebound and wants to push it down. He'll get the ball down low to Cameo Shepard. Top of the ball on the floor. Call a foul on the man.
Number 24.
We had a bunch of them down there. I thought they were going to say first down or something for a second.
I was kind of waiting on the jump ball.
Well, I was too, to be perfectly honest.
This is obviously the same crew. Thought it was going to be a jump ball. Derek Lacey gets the rebound for the Mavs. Owen Brown checks in for the Mavs. Here's an inside pass going to be stolen, and it's tipped away. It's going to be recovered by Sherrod Gilliard. He'll get the ball over to Derek Shepard, who'll set the Bear offense.
That pass was a little too telegraphed to go down into the middle.
Nice move by Shepard to get to the basket, and he'll feed down low. It's going to be tipped away and now put in.
You know, one of the things that the Lady Mavs actually did pretty well in the first half of packing that zone in and not allowing the ball to be dribbled into the zone. The Boys Mavs have had a little bit of trouble with that. The Grizzlies have been able to penetrate that zone defense even with the dribble.
Coach Nigel told me too, Coach, the key to stopping Northside was that point guard, Derek Shepard. You got to stop him. And I'll tell you what, so far I see exactly what they're talking about. He's able to get that nice penetration, either get a shot off or make a nice pass to give him a chance to score some points.
Yeah, when he gets down inside, it opens up everybody else, and he's got a good touch also with his little runners that he has put up.
Got just under a minute to go here in the first quarter, 58.6 seconds to go, and it's kind of been a drought for both the Lady Mavs and the Mavs here so far in the second half. I know the Lady Mavs struggled getting points here. I think they scored 6 points in the second half. The Mavs yet to score a point here in the ball game. As Northside going to set up a press. Get the ball into Drew Hunter. Does a good job of getting the ball over to Evans, avoiding the trap. And now we've got a whistle. They'll call a foul on Sherrod Gilliard. Coach Mav's doing a good job of really running an offense. He just can't seem to get the ball to fall right now. Evans will set up the team.
The pressure right there pushed them out a little further than what they were ready for. It looks to me with all the pressure, it's going to take somebody to attack the basket and take it to the hole.
Yeah, Evans on that possession too, Coach. He really gave up his dribble probably a bit too early. And once he did, then he was kind of had a blind spot there trying to throw the ball across court. Really was probably fortunate that somebody wasn't playing a passing lane second the other way. Here's another three on the way. It's off the rim, no good by Shepard. McKayron Wright gets the rebound. Get the ball inside. Now here's a three on the way for the Mavs. It's off and no good. That was Jackson Owens. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. Being 1-4, Southside trails Northside 9-zip.
You know, McKayron does a good job of getting the ball down. That's one of the things that I was glad to see right there, that he went ahead and beat somebody off the dribble and took it to the hole and was able to, make a pass. We didn't get the score, but to me, that's the idea of how we're going to have to attack the defense with the pressure and them going all the way out and playing, basically all of half court in a man situation.
Coach, that's been the frustrating thing for the Mavs in the first quarter is that they're getting some good looks. They've got the ball down inside 2 or 3 times to Webb down low. He's not able to finish. Has some good looks over there for Jackson Owens had a couple of good looks. Drew Hunter had a good look off the side. They're getting the shot. It's just not falling right now. And then you've got to deal with Derek Shepard on the other end. Shepard with 3 points, but he's a distributor. And while he has 3 points, he's probably got a couple assists to go along with that.
Right, he's done a good job of getting the ball to open man or taking the shot.
Give the Mavs will work 2-1-2 zone defense. Actually more of a 2-3 defense. Swing the ball, Shepard. He'll throw a high pass off the left side, going to be stolen. And here comes Wright down, going to take it all the way to the hole. It's going to be fouled.
Got an easy shot, or not easy shot, but at least a layup off of good defense.
Tyler Wright's come in and giving this Mav team a charge. They have 2 free throws here. First one's on the way. They get another one here. Second one's on the way. It's up and it's no good. Northside will get the rebound. So Enoch Slater on the rebound.
We are just not able to get the ball to go down. Whether it be a free throw, a layup.
They've worked their way to the line. They've had 4 free throws here tonight and going over so far in the ball game. Northside tries to feed the inside post. It's going to be tipped away, but picked up and going into the lane and losing the ball. Wright picks it up, wants to push it down. Tries to pitch it back out. The ball will go out of bounds. Coach, I like that. That young man, Ben Williams, on the north side over there diving for the ball.
Yeah, he's probably got a floor burn or 2 now. But, yeah, you're right. You like to see guys not be afraid to get on the floor and go after it.
Actually, that was Bryce Dooley that was on the floor going after the ball. That's how you earn playing time, Coach, is to go out there and get that extra hustle. I know every coach that I know, you love to see that extra effort.
It was the only way I ever got to play.
I know better than that, Coach. I know better than that.
You know, you gotta hustle. You gotta play defense. You gotta do a lot of stuff. Shooting was never one of my fortes. But no, on both sides. I mean, these kids are playing hard. We're getting up and down the floor. It's an exciting brand to watch. We just need the Mavs to be able to put the ball in the hole. But a lot of that's got to do with the defense that the Grizzlies are playing. You know, as far as their pressure on the ball.
Slater fires up the first one. It's good. He'll get his second free throw here. And for the rest of the first half, Southside with 16 fouls. Northside will be in the bonus for one-on-one rest of the way in the first half. Slater makes both free throws. Northside down leads 11-zip. Want to put pressure in the backcourt. As Wright beats it, make a nice pass down low. Had the open man, did everything he could do, just loses the handle on the ball. Shepard drives inside, and nice defensive play. That was Owen Brown getting the block on Shepard. Kyler Wright brings the ball up for the Mavs, swings it off to the right side.
Kyron has been a spark of getting it in and getting it distributed. We just gotta. There we go. Good putback.
A good play by Owen Brown, Coach, getting that inside position, getting the rebound, then using his body, using the backboard for 2. Southside gets on the board, now down 11-2. Northside doing a lot of cross-court passes, Coach. Those are nice moves.
Yeah, they're really making that zone work with the skip passes across.
There was Andrew Taylor. Now we have a steal by Shepard. He'll go in for the shot, and it's good. Northside increases the lead to 15-2. Shepard with 5 points to lead the way for the Grizzlies. Coach, they do that cross-court pass. 2 things I see about that is it doesn't get there real quick, but it's also high enough to where you can't make the passing lane steal to go the other way. And I think you're right. It is kind of setting Northside up from one side to the other, setting up the offense, getting down to the low post. Yeah,
they've made the pass like you're talking about, the skip pass all the way across the top of the zone, and that opens up the lanes as Southside is starting to rotate towards it. Then all of a sudden you got some creases and some ways to get the ball inside to the paint. It's been tough for the Mavs to defend.
The Southside trails here 15-2, off to a slow start in the ball game. But again, Coach, they're getting good looks. They're getting the offense set up. The ball just not falling right now. They not hitting their free throws. It's just one of those games where you look back on the offensive side of the ball. I think they're doing the things you've got to do to win the game. You just got to finish.
I agree. They got to get the ball to go in the hole.
Kyron Wright will bring the ball up for the Mavs. Here's a nice drive inside and swing the ball around to Wright, who will penetrate the lane, goes up for the shot, no good, and it's going to be picked off by Derek Shepard, who wants to push the ball down. He'll fire up one from the free throw line. It's no good. And Slater battles for the ball. The ball goes out of bounds to the Mavs. Southside doing a good job of working off the top of the perimeter, because there's a lot of good ball movement, and that's really setting up the opportunities to either attack the basket or shoot the three.
Yeah, I mean, we get the ball all the way to the rim right there and just didn't finish, but it has been that was out there around that what was the guy's name from Springdale? Muldrew. That was about his range right there.
That was unconscious, Coach, what we saw there.
It really was.
And like I was telling the coaches, you know, as a freshman and sophomore, it really kind of scares you going into next year. You know, you're going to see those guys for 3 more years. Mavs going to push the ball down, work the ball down inside the web, and they set the double team and make it steal. Shepard, a very good point guard, distributes, gets the ball down. Now he gets the ball over to Cameo Shepard. He'll be fouled, go for 2 shots here.
Derek Shepard has definitely made his presence known on both ends of the floor. Not a very big kid, but really active, excellent ball skills, and shows some savvy on the basketball court.
Yeah, got some great court vision too. Here's the first free throw, it's up and no good. Shepard will get another free throw here. Second is on the way, and it's short too. And Mavs will get the rebound. That's Evans on the rebound, and they will get
his first personal foul, 15 foul.
Get a reach in on the Grizzlies.
You need to break this drought pretty quickly.
Here's a 3 on the way by Drew Hunter. It's up and off the front of the rim, no good. Slater pulls down the rebound for Grizzlies. Tries to go inside. Coach, you got a different lineup out there. You got Evans along with Wright, both your point guards in there at the same time for ball handling purposes. Webb goes down for the tie-up.
I'm going to be honest with you. I thought that was a little bit rough right there on the dribbler. I do not want to ever try to be in the shoes of an official, but it looked like they tackled him to me.
Southside will get the jump ball here. They're alternating possessions. There's a nice drive by Wright, takes it to the hole. Coach, I think you're right there, because that foul right there looked like Wright was slipping down. That'll be the 18th foul. It'll be a 1-and-1 situation for the Bears here. As
one thing about I'm all for, in all kinds of situations, whether it's football, basketball, whatever it may be, let them play. And you know, it's a physical game. It's a contact sport, but I also like for them to be able to make the plays with the ball that need to be made.
Hey, Coach, what you really want to see from the officiating crew, too, and I know you'll agree with this, is you want consistency. If you're going to call a tight game, call a tight game, but if you're going to call a loose game, call a loose game, and then the players can pretty much adapt, and the coaches can adapt to what's going on out there.
Yeah, and I think that's the same in any situation, whether it be, a freshman basketball or whether it be, the Hogs playing basketball or football or anything else. Is as a coach, what you want is orderly game, and you want consistency of from the first play to the last. We're calling it the same the whole way, and then we, like you said, we'll adjust. The kids will adjust, and I'm not saying that we're not doing that. That just one play right there, I thought that we would get a foul out of that, and we didn't.
Robert push the ball up for the Mavs. We're going to set the double team. It's going to be started by Camille Shepard. Feeds the ball down for the shot. Going up the shot, missing it. Now we're getting the follow-up rebound. Is Gilliard for 2 points. Southside now trails 17-2 as Drew Hunter will push it up for the Mavs. Northside doing a good job too, Coach, of coming up from behind, making the steals, showing a little quickness there.
We're starting to get into this game of whoever ends up with the ball coming down the floor. They're gonna, they're trying to really not run an offense now. We look up the scoreboard, we feel like, gosh, we got to score, and we got to score right now, and which we do, but we still got to run an offense and not turn the ball over as far as against pressure and dribbling and all that. So we've had some issues with that tonight.
The Southside working 2-1-2 zone defense. Here's about a 15-footer on the way. It's no good, and we're going to have a push-off, I believe. It's going to be on Bryce Dooley. That should be a 1-and-1 for the Mavs. This is where Southside's got to get going too, Coach. 0 for 4 from the foul line. Need to make these free throws. You're down 17-2. If you can get a couple of baskets here before the half, make it a little bit closer here. Give yourself a chance here in the second half.
Well, it starts, like you said, making these free throws right here.
Justin Kincannon will be on the line for the Mavs with a 1-and-1. Shots on the way, and it's good. Nice touch by Kincannon. Second free throw's on the way, and it's good too. Kincannon now with 2 points. Southside trails 17-4. Need to get a stop here, Coach. Maybe get a chance to get some points here before the half. Here's a nice inside pass, and we're going to have a jump ball. Should stay with Northside.
Good hustle there by Joseph Kincannon down and low, and he and Jaden both were physical on that play and got the jump ball.
Here's a 3-point shot on the way by Shepard. It's off and no good. And Northside fighting for the rebound, gets the ball down low. And Southside gets the rebound. They'll get possession this time. Northside doing similar to what was going on in the girls' game, Coach. A lot of offensive rebounds.
Yeah, we've got to turn and get a box out. And
here's your chance, Coach. Southside a chance to get 4 points here before the half and cut into that lead, get it down to 11, hopefully. As we're down to 10 seconds. And there was a Coach. There's a pickup by Wright, fires it up, and it's just off the rim, no good. Southside going to trail here at the half, 17-4.
That's the half. Your score is at 17.
Yeah, seemed like we're doing a lot of dribbling. Might need to set some screens for the dribbler, a little pick and roll, something off the ball. I'm sure that Coach Lucas is going to have some ideas for him offensively for the second half, and hopefully we can get back in this thing.
I like what Southside did in the first half, too, Coach, with Kyron Wright along with Tristan Evans in the ball game. You had both your ball handlers in there. I think that made a difference. Trying to negate Derek Shepard just a bit. But let's go down now. They're going to have the Southside cheerleaders. Let's take the girls in here.
Your cheerleaders are Gracie Franklin, Lexi Griffith, Adeline Midnight, Mallory Lacefield, Annabelle Levitt, Jessica Meza, Allie Reeder, Carmen Schwartz, Emma Sterling, Gabby Niemeyer-Stressel, Mahala Williams, Co-Captain Addie Weatherford, Captain Avery Botcher.
Out sick are Colin Browning and Brooklyn Middle. A big thank you to Jayshawn Kane from the varsity team for filling in and helping us out. The freshman team is coached by Meredith Simpson and Sarah Williams.
We were managed by the
choreographed by Malin Forrester. Members of the Stars include Captain Ella Harmon, co-captains Maggie Jackmore and Lily Harmon, Social Officer Mary Bell Castagno, Addie Melby, Charlize Bowie, Jalen Cotta, Ellie Carruthers, Diamond Gonzalez, Zoe Granger, Riley Lovell, Daisy Patel, Peyton Sosby, Anna Sakar, and Rosemary Wood. I'm Abby Fisher, manager of the Stars, and the director of the Stars is Sarah Seekers.
We would also like to recognize, and they're probably out and about, our 8 freshman cheerleaders who were part of the competition cheer team and congratulate them.
Coach, that was a very entertaining halftime. I really enjoy watching the cheerleading squad get out there and they do those somersaults, and it just amazes me that somebody could do that, do as good as they do. It's very athletic.
Very much so. And the Stars, that's been another thing that has been fun to watch happen, is the dance team and the cheer squad that are not, they're all 9th graders, and they are very well coached and got good sponsors, and just it's something that Southside takes a lot of pride in. Obviously the cheer and bells and all that, but also the 9th graders have stepped right in, and the quality of those two programs Second to none.
Well, we saw that too last ball game when the Southside cheerleaders finished third in the nation of over 1,000 teams. What a great job they did.
Yeah, they went to Disney World.
That's a tough trip, isn't it?
Yeah, boy, I just don't see how they do it. I don't see how they do it.
Coach, we're at the half. Southside trails 17-4. As we look at the first half scoring summary, Derek Shepard had 5 for the Bears. Camiel Shepard 1 point. Sherrod Gilliard 4 points. Alex Flake 3 points. Andrew Taylor 2. And Enoch Slater rounded out the scoring for the Grizz with 2 points. For the Mavs, off the bench, Owen Brown had 2 points. Joseph Cannon off the bench had 3 points for the Mavs scoring. And the first half, it just seemed like, as you said, there was some saran wrap or something on that rim because the ball wasn't falling for the Mavs in the first half.
Well, that, and you would swear that Derek Shepard had more than 5 points, even though they only have 17 total. But he was, to me, he was active on both ends of the floor and was effective on both ends of the floor. He got some steals and all that, but the way he gets the offense going, did a really good job distributing the basketball.
He reminds me of another Northside Grizzly. Shepard, not a very big kid. He's only 5'7". They had a guard here about 4 years ago by the name of Tevin Brewer. That young man's playing, I believe it's at Florida International now, and he was a solid ball player, led them to a state championship, averaged over 20 points a game. And I see a lot of game in Shepard that what Brewer has, and I think you'll see this young man, Derek Shepard, probably playing something for Coach Eric Burnett next year.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but I have a little bit of a history against Northside basketball. Not me personally, but my dad was coaching in Hot Springs when Gail Condart was the head basketball coach at Northside, and he used to coach against Coach Condart. So I've known about the Grizzlies playing basketball for a long time.
There's some good rivalries back then. I remember when Ron Brewer played, and they had Jerry Taylor and Mickey Meimerstorff, that group, and they won the state championship against a team from Conway that had Lawson Pilgrim along with Marvin Delph.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember Marvin Delph. I wish there had been a three-point line when Marvin Delph was playing.
Oh, yeah. And he had such an arc on the shot, too. He would take the shot, and you'd think it was going to hit the ceiling before it came down. But, yeah, they had a three-point basket then. I think he was actually, Sports Illustrated had named him, when he was at Arkansas, he was the best shooter in the nation at the time.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. You know, that was just before I actually got to college, but the 77-78 Hog team with the triplets and of course Ron Brewer being a big part of that. Man, they were fun to watch.
You know, Arkansas basketball right then, I think that was some of the best basketball they had, with Ron Brewer and Sidney Moncrief. To this day, I think Sidney Moncrief is probably the best Razorback of all time. I know people will want to say Corliss Williamson, but I think Sidney did it all.
He was unbelievable on both ends of the floor, and he could jump back then, especially. He could jump better than almost anybody that I've ever seen, because he wasn't that big.
There's a nice drive inside. Going up for two. That's Jackson Owens for two. Good start in the second half for the Mavs. Coach, I go so far back watching basketball. I remember as a kid watching a player by the name of Martin Terry.
I remember that name.
Averaged about 24 points a game, played for Lanny Van Eman, and Van Eman is going to bring a team in. You'll remember a guy named World B. Free that played for the Sixers.
Yes.
He actually had him on campus, but here's a nice drive by Alex Flake for 2 points. He now has 5. But they had him on campus, but he just didn't have the grades to make it. That'd have been a pretty good tandem with Martin Terry along with Alex, with World B. Free.
Yes, it would. He was one of the first guys to ever give himself a nickname, wasn't he?
I think he actually changed his name, didn't he? Too?
Yeah.
I think it was Lloyd at one time.
I think so.
There's a nice inside pass to Camiel Shepard for 2 points.
Camiel Shepard.
Good play by Drew Hunter saving the ball in.
Yes, it was.
Joseph Kincannon being rewarded for his first half as he starts the second half for the Mavs. Going to have a foul here on the double team.
We're just having a hard time stepping through that double team and being physical enough to get that ball out. If we could ever get past the double team, we could attack the basket.
Mavs done a good job of working the perimeter. The north side packing zone defense here. Evans penetrates in, fires up about an 8-footer that's off and no good. Owen chases down the rebound, will fire up a 3, and he's going to be fouled. Going to get 3 shots here, Coach.
Foul number 1, Derek
I'm sure
Shepard.
that
Second team foul.
Derek Shepard didn't. That's not what he was wanting to do.
But he kind of got the momentum going. Yeah. And I believe Owens kind of actually, his shot, he's kind of leaning to the basket, so he really didn't have any room to come down. He'll get 3 here as the first one's on the way and it's off and no good. Second one's on the way and it's good. Owens with now 3 points, all here in the second half. Southside now trails 21-7. Third one's on the way and it's off. Coach, the Mavs are 2 for 9 from the foul line tonight.
I knew it wasn't good. I wasn't sure what it was, but I knew it wasn't good.
Some different players in for the Grizzlies. That's Zane Walter with the ball, feeds it down low. Ball's going to be tipped. Coach, that's a tough call right there.
It really is.
The offensive player actually took his arm out and kind of cleared out with it.
Yeah, they got their feet tangled up, I guess, a little bit, but anytime you're moving laterally, you're going to have a hard time ever getting an offensive foul.
Here's a nice drive in for 2 points. That's Alex Blake. He now has 7 in the ball game. Takes over the scoring leadership for Grizzlies tonight at 7. Hunter looking for a shot. Now we've got a whistle. Going to be a travel. Coach, they're doing a good job of working the ball up top, but then they get kind of a hurry. Well, I think I've got my shot there, and they kind of a little bit of indecision.
Well, the Grizzlies closed them out a little bit, and a little bit of indecision, and just not able to keep their feet underneath us. Get the ball passed.
Nice pass by Alex Flake. Gets the ball down low to Kenny Shepard. Will be fouled on the way to get 2 shots here. First one's on the way and it's no good.
I don't know the stats on it, but there hadn't been a lot of free throws made on either side, I don't think.
No. Second one's on the way and it's good. Good control there by Evans. Again, the Mavs working the perimeter. Will get the ball down low to Hunter. He looks for his shot, now drives in, will go up for a shot, and it's good. Nice job by Drew Hunter.
Drew Hunter.
Good job there of not leaving his feet and having a plan.
Southside matching up out of their zone defense. Here's an inside shot on the way and it's no good. Good job by the Mavs chasing the ball down. They want to push it up with Tristan Evans, pushes into the front court, gets the ball to the corner to Owens. Owens drives the baseline, goes up for the shot, and it's off and no good. Grizzlies get the ball. They want to push it down court with Gilliard, gets it down to Walter, who makes a really nice catch and
on the other end, that's a tough shot going to the rim without using the backboard. I mean, it's got to basically be perfect on the little floater. Those are harder to do than they look.
Lowen Brown will check back in for the match. Along with McIron, Wright checks in also. They'll go again, 2-point guard offense for the match. Again, Southside trails here 26-9. Coach really kind of need to get Drew Hunter going here. Looks like he's got a pretty good outside shot. Just really hadn't had a lot of good looks tonight.
Yeah, he's had a lot of pressure on him, and again, they're trying to dribble the ball around, and we've had several times where we've been trying to dribble it, and quick hands have taken it away from us.
Going to have a jump ball. We'll go back to the match. Coach, you need that move in. Is what you need. About a 6'7", 6'8" kid. You don't get those very often.
Yeah, that's about 300 pounds and can also play offensive tackle.
Well, that'd be good. Yeah,
that's the one you're talking about?
Yes. There might be a fight between coaches.
No, we share. I'm telling you now, I'm big about kids playing multiple sports. I really am, and I like as many kids as we have. We have a lot of kids that play 2 and 3 sports. So I'm also a big proponent of my skill guys and even my bigger kids in the track program and running track or throwing or something. The way you get faster is to run.
Yep. That's going to be 8 points now for Shepherd. Here's a 3-point away by Hunter on the way, and it's good. Hunter's starting to warm up. Coach, you talk about that, getting those big kids. I think of Bentonville getting that Sua kid moving in from California. I think his mom got a job with Walmart.
It's amazing how that works, isn't it? Of course, there's been a lot of people that over the years have gotten jobs with Walmart, that's for sure.
And I'll tell you another thing you talk about Northwest Arkansas too is a lot of those coaches move in and they'll have kids that play ball for Fayetteville High School. Several good ones come through. I think of I remember Coach Petrino had a son that was a do-everything player.
Yeah, Bobby Allen had a couple of good sons also. One of them still played and just got through playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he was very good. I think he was a very underrated quarterback at Arkansas. I thought he did a very good job. And I get in this argument a lot of times with people doing what I do, getting to see Fayetteville a lot when they play Southside. I really thought that Brandon was actually a better quarterback than Austin. Austin won the state championship, but I don't think Brandon had the same talent that Austin had. I may get an argument started in the Allen family on that, but I felt that. But
no, I think Bobby. I've known Bobby for a long time. Bobby actually took over the job that I left at Murray State with Houston in 1996, and so I've known him a long time. But he's really proud of all of his kids, and you're right. You'd be hard pressed for him to pick one or the other, I'm sure.
It's like telling the Mannings to figure out who the best quarterback of that threesome. They're actually forcing now with Arch Manning coming up. But
I was going to say it might be Arch.
Yeah, and you get to do this. You see a lot of kids you identify. You think, well, that kid's a really good ball player. I don't know why a lot of times that he's not being recruited any harder than what he is. And a perfect example of that was Greg Greenball. When he played at Fayetteville, he was a safety, and he was all over the place. And I think he had, at the time, one offer from Arkansas State. I'm thinking, why is somebody not on this kid? And Arkansas comes in the last minute, gets him, and now he's a linebacker and actually played in the Super Bowl a couple years ago for the Niners.
Yes, heck of a player. I my last year at Eastern Illinois was Chad Morris's first game. We came into Fayetteville and played the Hogs, and Greenlaw was starting with a linebacker for him. About midway through the first quarter, he sprained his ankle. I wasn't upset about it.
Derek Lacey makes 2 for the Mavs as they kind of the lead's now 30-14. But you see a lot of things out there, Coach, when you do these ball games. And some kids you see and think this kid's going to be a superstar in college. He doesn't work out. I won't get any names on that. There's some I can think of at the time. But then you see some kids that come up and you're just wondering why they're not getting the looks, and they get in there and you see why. Football players are really hard. Evans makes 2 for the Mavs.
Well, it's such a transition to go from high school to college, and you know, some kids handle it very well, and some kids don't handle it quite as well, and sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with athletic ability. You know, as coaches and going out and recruiting, I mean, the things that we can, you know, that we recruit, you know, height, weight, 40, and all that kind of stuff, and grades and all. But sometimes you know, it's hard to know exactly who's going to be able to adjust to the college athletics team.
St. Walters nails about a 15-footer for the Grizzlies. Here's a three-point away again by Drew Hunter. It's off the front of the rim, no good. And I know, Coach, when I was in college, I can laugh about that. I was on the 5-year plan, 2 hard summer schools just to get out in 5 years. I was having too much fun. It was just, you're exactly right. A lot of times these kids are just a bit too much freedom as Drew Hunter steals the ball for the Mavs.
Well, it's just that, and the step up in level of competition sometimes catches up with people, and they have developed in high school sometimes as much as they're going to. That's the one thing about in recruiting. You also look at a kid that's going to be able to be a lot better in 4 years maybe than he is right now, as opposed to that one who's really good in high school that you look at him and you go, okay, this is what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get. And so those are some of the hard things that you know, as a recruiter, that you have to sift through and see who's got, you know, room to grow and things like that. I think a lot of things too has to do with, you know, just, you know, their support system that they have, you know, coming out of their high school programs as well as their families and all that. I mean, it takes a bunch of people.
Here's a 3 on the way by Jackson Owens, no good. Grizzlies going to run it out. Here's a nice pass by Shepard to Walters. Coach, I'll give you a good example of a young man that, you know, we talked about growing late in life and stuff and developing into something. Here's a shot on the way. It's a nice play there by Enoch Slater for 2. He now has 4 points, but I go back to Scottie Pippen at UCA. You know, he comes in as a 6-foot guard, and he's grows like 6 inches over 2 years and becomes probably one of the top, 50 players in the NBA all the time.
Yeah, you just never know.
Nice reverse shot there by Shepard. He now has 9.
You know, we talk a lot at Southside with our coaching staff about you know, getting kids to develop and all that, and you know, we want to instill discipline and culture and all that, but we also want to make it to where it's not so regimented that kids can't evolve. I believe in giving kids a lot of chances, especially as young as they are. They have a lot more freedom at, you know, 14 years old than we did back when we were, you know, older than that. But it's still sometimes just how they handle things.
And Coach, you made a good point earlier as Walters makes another basket for North, so they now lead 41-16. Coach Williams that was here told me that when Dave Van Horn would come down to recruit kids here with the baseball coach at Arkansas, he would ask what other sports would these kids play. He's looking for not just the baseball player, he's looking for the athlete.
Yeah, and you can see that, you know, Dave Van Horn definitely knows what he's talking about. He's been phenomenal.
I know they've got a couple of, they're kind of getting off subject here, but they've got a couple up there that Ledbetter kid from Bryant that was a 3-year starter at quarterback. He's going to be probably one of their relief pitchers coming up this year. Then Jackson Wiggins, the young man from Rowland, was a star basketball player.
Well, I think, you know, that's where kids who, I hate to see kids just go into one sport, whether it be baseball, football, basketball, whatever it is, thinking that, well, the only way that I'm going to make it in this one sport is to only do that one sport. And I think that's the biggest mistake that a lot of young kids make. And I think it's a big mistake, biggest mistake a lot of parents make in thinking that, well, they've got to just stick to one. And to me, it has never been that way.
Three-point shot away by Drew Hunter, no good. Camille Shepard here having a big second half for the Grizzlies. He's got 12 points. There's a nice steal by Evans, goes up for a shot, and it's good, and he's going to be fouled.
I like the way we're continuing to compete. The game's out of hand, and pretty much settled and all that, but kids are still competing hard, and there can be good things that happen towards the end of the game that you can point out as positives.
Ben Williamson checks back in for the Mavs. Coach, you talk about doing other sports too. I'll tell you a sport that a lot of, I think, really develops kids too, and I know a lot of coaches will agree with this. Playing soccer develops your coordination and your running ability and everything, building up your wind and everything. I've obviously played soccer before, and that's rough, so yeah, it's good too. And I was talking in the stands to Aaron Carius, the cross-country and track coach here at Southside, and he had a couple of kids said, yeah, I'll put them out there on the floor and they'll be able to run all day.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's like soccer. I mean, you get out there and you run for 40 minutes. And, we've got a couple of our football players that are on the soccer team. They both will help us next year as kickers and punters and stuff like that, but they're both good athletes. And, one of them will be playing receiver for them.
There's been a lot of, you talk about the soccer players coming over being kickers. I remember, in fact, he was put in the Hall of Fame the other night. Wes Carson actually came over and was a kicker for the Mavs. And Jeremy Davis, he kicked for the Razorbacks, and he was a good soccer player.
And a pretty good golfer.
Evans looks to set the offense, will fire a three up, it's on the way, and it hits the back of the rim, no good. We're down to 42 seconds to go here in the ball game. Northside going to win this one. Miles, they lead by 25. It's 46-21. Here's the three on the way, no good.
Well, it hadn't been that good a night for the Lady Mavs or the Mavs basketball, ninth grade, but it's been fun, and glad that we've been able to live stream this and people being able to see it at home, watch it on TV.
And Coach, what we're trying to do here, we're getting the live stream going too. We'll get the grandparents to know about this, the folks that live away that can't see the game. This is a chance to.
Yeah, I mean, how many ninth graders, grandparents that live down in South Texas might be able to see it? So I think it's a good thing that anytime we can promote these kids and get them exposed out there, that we can get them some exposure to the rest of the world. I think it's a good thing.
Christian Evans with a big second half here, coach, for the Mavs. He ends up with 8 points. The Southside's going to fall about 46-24. It's been fun tonight. Good opportunities, you said, to get to see the ninth graders. And, we talk about Maverick TV, what it's going to be. We're just kind of in the infant stages of it right now. It's going to be evolving as the years go on, with different things we try to add to it. Right now, just kind of get it off the ground, try to catch up maybe with Grizzly TV here, and I think it's going to be a good thing for the city of Fort Smith.
I think so. I think anytime that you can promote your program to the rest of the immediate area, but also basically anywhere that they can get on the internet, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I know, it's just like we were talking earlier about recruiting, and one of the things with Huddle and with the internet and all that kind of stuff, you can recruit nationwide. Doesn't matter where you are. And so it was, it's opened up the entire country, or the whole entire world, really, to opportunities for young people.
Well, Coach, it's been fun again. Enjoyed the ball games tonight. Appreciate you coming and helping out tonight. And we want to thank everybody for watching the ball game tonight. And go Mavs.